Hey, John here, and this is your Tuesday Blues. In this lesson, we're going to use our Flatpick and play some cool acoustic blues, a fun rhythm part that's got some really spicy embellishments. I think you're gonna dig it. If you're a premium member, you'll have access to part 2 of this tutorial, plus a downloadable tab in Guitar Pro and PDF format, plus the really cool interactive sound slice tab player. If you're not already a premium member, you can find out how to join at the link in the description. Now, let's get on with the lesson. This whole composition really centers around this main riff in A. All right, and that definitely harkens back to the basic blues shuffle. And in fact, I want you to get started learning this piece. Let's break this thing down and build it back brick by brick, right? So to do that, I want you to play along the 4th string, just like we do in the shuffle, with the open 5th string. Start with the E on the 2nd fret, then up to the F sharp, then up to the G, and then back. All right, let's just do that for a second and say the numbers. Count along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do the notes in between on the A string, on the 5th string. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now what we want to do is introduce some notes that happen on the way back down. 1 and 2 and 3, right there. I'm playing the 3rd string as well to add some harmony here. That's a B note, 4th fret of the 3rd string, and I'm playing it when I play the G there. And then when we back down to the F sharp, I want to play the A with that on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string before wrapping up with an A. And we can play that 3rd string A as well. Just do that 3rd string business on the way down. And that'll get you used to the mechanics of what we need to play this riff before you get fast and start adding all of the embellishments that we've got going on here. Make sure that you can do that. Once you've got that down, let's move on to the next part, which is going to be speeding it up and getting it in time. And there's a lot of muting and dynamics happening with the picking hand here. Notice that when I'm on B, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm punching through and I'm really accenting those notes, and I'm not accenting the 5th string that's just kind of coming along here. Hear how the 5th string just kind of has a good drone happening to it? I'm really muting that out. I don't want it to be the hero. I want what's happening on the 4th string to really be the hero. But that said, on beat 1, I'm letting that A5 power chord, right? That's what that is, the root in the 5th, A5. I'm really letting that just kind of poke out to start us off. All right, now let's finish it. I kind of hinted at it there. So what we do to finish this, so once we come back, I'm going to do a down-up stroke through strings 5, 4, and 3. And then I'm going to play the G on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then the open 1st and 2nd strings. And there's a tricky bit that we got to talk about with that. But after that, we go. We're going to strum up again and then walk up on the 6th string from the G to the G sharp. So let's make sure we can do that. There's definitely some funny business happening there over our A chord. So if you play your A chord in a bar chord form like I do, like I am in this lesson, you're going to have to lift up in order to catch that open first string. The reason is when I'm normally playing the bar chord, I really just want these three strings to be there. You know, depends on the part, but usually I'm not worried about that E, right? If I was, I would play it differently like this to get all five strings happening there. But when I'm playing it like this, I'm not so worried about that E, except when I am, and this is when I am. So to do that, I'm gonna have to like bend at the knuckle, and you'll see me even kind of cut my wrist a little bit so that I can play that. We only need it for a couple of upstrokes, so this is uncomfortable, but it's not something that you're going to play or going to be in. You know, you're not going to be in this uncomfortable position long, just long enough to get those two notes. Now, an alternative would be if I went and played it like this, but then I'm not really available to reach over here and get my, you know, G note without getting out of position. So because this is a busy part, I'm choosing to just play it like this and grin and bear it through that uncomfortable curl upward off the fretboard so that I'm exposing the first string. Again, I'm doing that just because my normal way of playing that has that muted more like this. All right, so back to the part. All right, after we do that walk up, we're back and ready to repeat this main figure. And the second time has a little bit of a different ending versus all this business here. What we're going to do is we're going to fret really what we've been doing before at that moment. Right, we've got an F sharp on the fourth string, fourth fret, and then the A on the second fret of the third string. We're missing one note from a nice D major triad, the D on the second string. So we're just going to fret that, put that D down in there, do a little down up stroke, and then resolve back to A using that bar chord is fine here. And I'm going to strum through strings 4, 3, and 2. And if you get the fifth string, that's totally cool. And then with that same sort of rhythm that we ended the last time, we're going to do a quick upstroke and then a walk up. So once we loop through and we play that whole part with the two endings, that's one full set. Once we play that through 2 times, we're going to end on the second time around, not by going up into A, but instead going down on the 6th string from the G to F sharp, as I'm going into E here. Just a big E major chord. And then I'm walking up into D7. And this might be tricky. I'm doing it with my thumb. And then strumming the D7 on top. You could certainly fret your D7 in other ways so that you don't have to do that, but I like bringing my thumb in here to help me out. All right, and then what we're going to do is walk up from the F sharp, which is under the thumb, to the G, and then back to A. And really what's left is just to continue our rhythm figure and then end on a big E chord. And you can end it a variety of different ways. Go with what feels good to you. I like incorporating that 3rd fret, 6th string, that G note there. And then you're ready to repeat. I hope you enjoyed that flat picking upbeat acoustic blues thing. If you did, consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the YouTube channel. Sure helps me out. And if you want to go deeper and get access to the additional lesson materials, then consider becoming a BGI member. You can do so at the link right over here. I'll see you around. Until then, practice smart and play on.